everyone. I hope you're having a good week. This week, we are just going to be focusing on a daily routine. And as I was reading my devotional today, it's again a perfect timing. Rest in me, my child. Give your mind a break from planning and trying to anticipate what will happen. Pray continually, asking my spirit to take charge of the details of this day. Remember that you are on a journey with me. When you try to peer into the future and plan for every possibility, you ignore your constant companion who sustains you moment by moment. As you gaze anxiously into the distance, you don't even feel the strong grip of my hand holding yours. How foolish you are, my child. That's what that says. Remembrance of me is a daily discipline. Never lose sight of the presence with you. I'll read that again. Remembrance of me is a daily discipline. Never lose sight of my presence with you. This will keep you resting in me all day, every day. I think breath is like God. It's there. We don't know it. We forget that it's there. It can be our companion as well. It needs to be a daily discipline. And it keeps your mind off of planning and just working on yourself. So today we are going to stretch. We are going to breathe, and we are going to exercise to put you into a hopefully helpful daily routine. So find a favorite chair and a favorite room, and we will get started in seating. Sitting. Did I say that right? We'll start sitting down. See you in a minute. Okay, so we are going to start our daily routine. And you may want to start it sitting down, standing up, or laying down. But for today, we're going to start in sitting position. And I just want you to start stretching. And what are we going to stretch? We're going to stretch that rib cage. So why don't we just start with a very small and inviting circling around from our center. Center being 2 inches inward and 2 inches below the belly button. So we're just going to feel like it's this coffee grinder, and we're just grinding that around. And if that's too much for your back, you might just sway a little bit forward or backward. And you can also just maybe do that with your shoulders if it's too much even to do anything with the torso. Otherwise, we are here and we are churning. And now that we're moving a little bit, start to sync it up with the breath. So as you veer forward, I want you to inhale. And as you veer back, exhale. I'm having a little click in the bench here. It's kind of clicky. So here we go. Breathe in. And just kind of take note how you're feeling today. Your feet might be together or hip width apart. And then reverse. So you're going to exhale as you come around and inhale as you come forward. And just start waking up the body. Wiggle the toes. And you could take a couple minutes here. You can take longer than this video, or you might want to just skip this on a daily routine. But something to just stretch the body, get it awake. So as we are coming back now into center, now I want you to just stretch the back of the rib cage. So you're going to pull your arms forward, either folding them this way or stretching this way, whatever works for you. I just kind of grab one hand grabs the other, and I round my back and keep the support in the feet, and then exhale and pull your shoulders back. And inhale, stretch the skin of the back, and exhale. One more. Breathe in and breathe out. I lied. We'll do one more. So we'll do 4 on each side. Breathe in and out. All right, take your right hand, grab your left wrist, bring it above your head, breathe in, and go pull a little bit gently to the right and breathe out. You're stretching that left side body. Breathe in, coming up. And breathe out. Going to the right, keep that left hip grounded down into the chair. Don't try to lift that. Just try to keep that grounded. Breathe in. Exhale, pull gently to the right. Really feel that stretch in the left side body. And one more, breathe in, shoulders down, away from your ears. And breathe out. Okay, without dropping those hands, switch wrists. The left hand is now grabbing the right wrist. Breathe in. And pull gently to the left. Grounding that right hip down. Stretching the right side body. Breathe in. And smile. Breathe out. Establish a daily routine. That's good stuff. Breathe in. Everything else might be chaotic today, but this is something that you can count on and do yourself. Shoulders down. Keep your shoulders away from your ears, and breathe out as you go left. And now we're going to drop the hands to the back and breathe in. And breathe out. Now we're stretching more the front. And breathe out. Doing good. Wiggle those toes. Keep everything mindful. Okay, so let's do one more turn and see if that's a little different now that you've kind of stretched all four sides of the rib cage. Breathe out as you come back. Breathe in as you go forward. And you might be now more mindful, stretching the side body as you go side, and just keep stretching in places. Maybe you're going to find something new, a new spot to stretch. Try to make that breath come all the way from the tailbone, all the way out. Feel that energy all the way up the spine. Do a little rounding of the spine as you come back, and a little bit of arching of the spine as you come forward. Reverse. And exhale as you go back. Round. Arch a little bit as you come forward so that you have some pliability in the spine and wake things up. Kind of massage the organs. It's good for the digestive system and to establish that daily routine. Again, you can do it this longer, you can do it shorter, but if you can just touch on these things, even for a minute or two each day, you are going to be thankful that you did. Okay, so the next thing now is to just work on just the breath. And I want you to do some counting in your mind, or you can just let me count so that you can just concentrate on your breath. Breathe in for a count and breathe out for a count. Breathe in for 2 counts. Breathe out for 2 counts, and so forth. And you can breathe in that ocean breath and blow out. You can breathe in like you're sipping through a very narrow straw and blow out. You can do it all through the nose. Whatever works for you, or you can vary it as we go along. So follow my lead, and here we go. We're going to take about a slow tempo, about like this. Ready? Breathe in for 1. Out. In for 2. In for 3. Out for 3. In for 4. Out. Try to fill up all the space of the count. In for 5. Out for 5. In for 6. Out for 6. In for 4. Hold. Out for 6. In for 4. Hold. Out for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4. Hold. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 5. Out for 5. In for 6. Out for 6. In for 7. You got this. Out for 7. One more now. 8. Out for 8. In for 4. Out for 4. In for 2. Out for 2. In for 1. Out for 1. So you might not have done all 8 counts, and that's okay. Kind of take note of what number kind of started feeling like you were getting challenged. And just do this as a daily routine. And if you do it for 30 days, I guarantee you that by the end of the month, you're going to feel like you can get up on a higher number, maybe even to 8, and maybe even a higher number, which we didn't do today. I think the record so far, from what I understand, is 15. It's a lot of counts. Inhale, audibly. But keep a slow walking tempo for yourself. And it helps to calm you, and it helps to smooth your breath out. You want to try to be careful that you don't do a catch, kind of a shaky breath in or out. You want it to be nice and smooth, and that's things that you can work on. So daily routine, try to do it every day. I would start small and try to say, okay, I'm going to do it for the next 4 days. And if you make it to 4, then you might say, all right, I'm going to make it till the end of the week. If you make it to the end of the week, and so forth, and you can, okay, I'm going to make it for another week. So our big goal is to say 30 days you did it every day, and hopefully after that you're going to want to do it every day. Trust me, it helps a lot. So now we will do another segment of just exercising all the breath, and I'll meet you in standing. Okay, so as we're standing and we're going to start exercising, be mindful of your posture. And this is something that not only we do as a daily routine, but we should be doing this throughout our day, every day, all the time. If you have a mirror in your house and you're walking by, you might want to just take note. How's my posture? Well, let's talk about that. You want to make sure your knees never lock. You want to make sure that your hips are not sticking out, but maybe having the pelvis come under a little bit, so that you feel like everything's pulling gently in and up in the front body and grounding down nice in the back body. Then making sure your spine is nice and long and tall, and your neck is tall, and all that energy from the earth all the way shooting out from the crown of the head, as if somebody's picking you up by a string or whatever works for you there. Just make sure everything's nice and long and tall. And then when you have that established somewhat, then you start to think, okay, now how's my breathing? So let's just put your palms facing back, and as you breathe in, push back gently as if you're going to feel, maybe you're standing a foot away from a wall and you're trying to feel that wall behind you. So it's just imaginary, obviously. So you breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in. How's your posture? And breathe out. And breathe in. And go ahead and retain the breath a little bit as you're back there. And notice if you're taller when you do that. And then exhale. And as you exhale, do you feel like things collapse? Do you feel like you get shorter? Do you feel like you lose your focus or your posture? Let's try one more set. And this time breathe in, same way. And try to maintain that integrity of the rib cage by keeping that nice and up as you exhale. And keep the hands gently back behind your legs slightly. Okay, let's do it again. Breathe in. Stay there and exhale. Breathe in. You shouldn't need to go very far because you still should be there. And exhale. And breathe in. Nice tall spine. All the way through the crown of the head. And breathe out. And if you are somebody like me that doesn't always have good posture, that's a workout in itself a little bit. As you relax your muscles, you think, oh, wow, that's not easy sometimes. So if you make that a daily routine, I have a feeling that your posture will over time get better. So we're going to keep visiting that back. We're going to come back to that exercise after doing several other things to try to help give you tools to get to that spot where we're not thinking, oh, that is a lot of work and I feel sore now. One in which is, and we've done this before, is take one hand, and I'm using my left hand, putting it over my right side of the chest. And I do that because the lung pressure points are right here between the collarbone and the shoulder. And a lot of times when we have our hands forward, that gets caved in. When your hands are back behind you, that opens up. And all of a sudden, those lung pressure points are more exposed and you can breathe better. And if you you don't want to let that cave back in if you can help it. So the exercise on this one is to help stretch from the sternum all the way out to the shoulder, from the collarbone all the way down to the base of the rib cage, that whole side of the rib cage. We're going to try to open that up, palm up, breathe in. And your hand is just here to feel that stretch from the sternum all the way to the shoulder. And breathe out. And you'll feel it close a little bit. Breathe in. So not only are we opening it, but we're also helping pliability by kind of opening and then not so much closing it, but just giving it a chance to reboot so that you have another stretch and it feels like you're getting some movement in between each rib. Breathe in. I think that was 3. If it wasn't, oh well, this is 3 and now this is 4. And breathe out. And we'll take it to the other side. So now I have carefully with my microphone here, my right hand on my left side. And I'm going to be doing it a little strange to get around to the microphone, but you just put your hand right there. Take a breath in. Really feel that stretch from all the way from the sternum out to the shoulder and all the way from the collarbone all the way down to the base of the ribs. That whole left side you're stretching. And exhale. Breathe in. And out. So many things in life pulls us forward. So we have to try to find mindful tools to get our shoulders to go back. Breathe in. Do it every day. And if you really want to get at it, do it twice a day. All right, so we did both sides. We're going to do both sides again one more time, 4 times each. Breathe in and out. This time we're going to go all the way over and keep that shoulder down, keep that stretch there. Breathe in all the way over. I have my right arm extending, and then my right arm extending across my body, my left arm coming underneath the right elbow, pulling that right shoulder down, and maybe even stretching a little bit so we get even a nice, comfortable stretch in the neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. You might even follow your whole hand all the way back, and then all the way across the chest. Switch hands. Breathe in. Left hand's extending. And then all the way across, left hand comes across, right arm goes under the elbow. Breathe in. Keep that shoulder down. And exhale. 2 more. And exhale. And last one. And as it comes across, keep that shoulder nice and down, away from the ear, and stretch the neck a little bit. And we rest. Okay, you have to take a break. Okay, so now that you've opened up one side and then the other, we're going to go back, palms back, and we breathe in. Front body nice, pull gently up, energy going up. Back body grounding down, hips under. And we push back just gently. And exhale. And relax for a minute. And then breathe in. And really be mindful of stretching from the sternum to the shoulder, from the collarbone all the way down to the bottom ribs on both sides as you do that. Exhale. And breathe in. Stay there and breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Another way you might want to do this, if you're flexible, and a lot of times we put our hands on our hips, try to slide the hands up gently and find that bottom rib. Now I don't want you to lean on your bottom rib, just gently touch those bottom ribs and breathe in again, keeping that sternum nice and elevated, shoulders down, and did those side ribs come out a little bit? Exhale. Do you feel the movement? You probably do. I'm hoping that you do. So if you don't have any movement, you probably need to breathe a little deeper. But breathe in. Try to get those side ribs to move as well, but mindful of also the front. And leave those ribs alone and exhale. The goal is to just keep everything nice and full of integrity, and you don't want it to just start to collapse. Now, I'm not asking you to breathe up into your throat and shoulders up. No, I actually want you to just breathe into the lungs, let them really expand. You're going to feel the diaphragm coming down, everything getting nice and big all the way around the ribs, keeping those shoulders down. I can't emphasize that enough. Breathe in. Leave those ribs out, front and side, and exhale. And relax. It's probably a big workout for some. I know when I first started to do that, it was a big workout. So daily routine, if you do that every day, it will get easier and easier. Okay, so one more exercise, and then we'll come back to that one more time. So we breathe in. Exhale. Don't lock your knees. Breathe in. And come down into goalpost arms, cactus arms, and really focus on getting your elbows to come back a little further, and bring your thumbs back, pinkies forward, and breathe here for a couple breaths. Keep those elbows up. Don't let them start to cave down in here. Keep them up. Really stretch. Keep pulled in here. Ground the back body down. Keep those knees bent. And exhale. Excellent. Let's do another one. We're going to breathe in. Shoulders down. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out, goalpost arms. Thumbs back, pinkies forward, and try to bring them back a little further, and you might even lift your chin slightly. Open up the heart, and take a couple breaths. Keep those knees buoyant. And relax. Nice work. Breathe in. And shoulders down. Exhale. Here we go, last one. Breathe in. Goalpost arms. Thumbs back, pinkies forward. Open up the heart. Lift the chin slightly. Bend those knees. Pull in the front body. Ground down the back body. You got this. Keep those elbows up. Couple more breaths. One more breath. You got it. And down. Excellent. Just for a second here, pull forward. Just slightly to give your front side of the body a little break from all that stretching, and then relax. And pull forward just gently. Very good. So I hope that's going to help you. We're going to do this one last time now, this original exercise. Breathe in. Push gently back. Exhale, stay there. Is it easier or harder? Are you tired? Are you more energized? Just start observing every day, because some days you're going to feel more tired, some days you're going to feel more energized, and so forth. So breathe a couple more breaths with that, the hands pushing back gently, the integrity of the entire rib cage nice and out of, you don't want to be collapsing into the stomach. You want to keep everything nice and elongated. And exhale. Breathe in. And exhale. Terrific. We'll do our last segment sitting down for a little cool down. And I will meet you in sitting. Okay, so you don't want your daily routine to be too long, but you don't want to shortchange yourself and be too short either. So you may have time every day to do all 20 minutes, and some days you might only have time to do maybe 1 or 2 segments. Mix and match or do the whole thing, whatever works. But the important thing is that you establish a daily routine and really start to work on keeping that posture nourished and bring love and attention to it every day. I think your body will thank you for it. So as a cool down, I just want to kind of see where we're at. We're going to churn again, just a couple little churns. And breathe in. See if you feel a little different. A little more mindful now, opening up, especially up through from the sternum to the shoulder. That's part of the rib cage a lot of times gets neglected because we're afraid, we're told never to breathe into our chest. Well, you got to breathe into your lungs. And if those muscles between the ribs are just kind of, squished and not ever used, then the lungs get shortchanged and they can't get a full breath. So flexibility and strength both are good for you to build a better foundation in your entire torso. So take a breath. I want you to put your one hand, find the top of your rib cage, which is your collarbone, and the other hand, find the bottom of the rib cage, which is like, for me, about right here. So I'm just going to dial in right here. We don't have ribs right here, but that's about the same level. And then meet your hands in the middle. Keep your spine nice and long and your neck nice and long. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Pull in a little bit in the stomach, ground down into the tailbone. Feet nice, grounded on the floor. And we breathe and open up the arms. Keep those shoulders nice and down and heavy. Heavy meaning you're just not lifting them at all. They're just nice and relaxed. Breathe in. And we stay here and we start a train breath. We start slow. And we get faster. And then we gradually get slower. Keep that chest up. Don't let it cave in. Big inhale at the end. And we close up on our arms on the exhale. How's your rib cage doing? Did it do this or did it stay up? Did your shoulders do this or did they stay nice and down and relaxed? Did your stomach stay kind of pulled in or did it kind of poop out? All those are good questions for you to do kind of a checklist to yourself. One more time, breathe in. Train. Pull those shoulders back and those elbows back. Faster. And then gradually slower. Shoulders down. And as you slow down, come back into a closed. Put your hands back where they were. And let it all go. And just lean forward, nice and relaxed, and just sway a little bit back to back, back and forth. And breathe. You just gave yourself a really nice workout to open up the chest and open up the lungs and give yourself a really good workout for a daily routine. Give yourself a pat on the back. I hope this video you find helpful, and I really hope that you think about doing this as a daily routine because I think you won't be sorry. I so enjoy working with you every week, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you next time.